All right, so let's get on to multiplying terms together. Now, multiplying is actually easier than adding and subtracting because everything can be multiplied. Whereas, as you saw with adding and subtracting, you have to be the same. Doesn't happen with multiplying. We can just actually join things together. Now, generally when you're multiplying, you are able to make things larger. Okay, so that means we may be altering powers as we go through. So let's just have a look. All right, when two terms in algebra are being multiplied, they're simply written next to each other. It's pretty much true. So we can write 3a, and that means 3 times a. And the reason we can do that is with two numbers, if you had 5 times 2, you can't write that as 5-2 because it looks like 52. Whereas in algebra, it's not a problem to do that. Okay, and if you see E, F, G, that actually means E times F times G. Okay, let's have a look. We're often told to simplify when we multiply terms together. So let's have a look at this first one. The first thing you do is you deal with the numbers, then you deal with the letters or symbols in alphabetical order. So numbers first, 2 times 4 is 8, and then AB. So the answer will be 8AB. All right, so if you're thinking about this, first is deal with the numbers. And the second thing is deal with the variables one by one. Okay, now those numbers, they have a special name. They're called a coefficient, and that's what you call the number in front of a variable. Okay, let's have a look at the second one. So numbers first, 10 times 2 is 20, and then C, D, E. We also go alphabetical order in case you're wondering. Great. And this one here, 3 fours are 12, times 5 is 60, and then it will be W, Y, Z, which is in alphabetical order. Okay, so this one we need to go, we need to know that it's alphabetical. Sorry, can't spell today. Alphabetical order. Good-o. All right, so let's have a look at some of these questions. I'm going to do the first couple with you, and we'll see where we go, and then leave you to do the rest. Okay, so 7AB times 8PG. Okay, 7 8s are 56, and then there's ABPG. See that? Alphabetical order. Number 2, 3 2s are 6, times 5, 6 5s are 30, and then I need to get it in alphabetical order, and the alphabetical order there would be A, F, H. Okay, good job. All right, so you should pause here and do the next few. All right, so let's assume you've done them. Next one, 3ABC times 4DEF is 12ABCDEF. 5G times 25, 5 25 is 125. There's only a G, so chuck it on the end. Number 5, 5 times 2 is 10, times 4 is 40. And then we're going to go M, N, P, Q because that's the alphabetical order. Next one, there is actually a number in front of that G and H. It's actually the number 1. I'm going to put those in just in case you're wondering. So that's 5 times 2. Obviously times 1 doesn't make any difference. So 5 2s are 10, and then F, G, H, J. Next one, 3 4s are 12, times 2 is also 24. We've got to get it in order, and so it's a bit complicated. It's going to be D, H, W, Y, Z. Whew, look at that. Last one, going to have to be very careful. 7 4s are 28, times 2 is 56. Okay, that's the numbers dealt with. Now the letters in alphabetical order. A, B, C, H, P, Q, R. There we go. Fantastic. All right, so we should be able to reverse these. So if I've got 7AB, what would I have had to multiply it to get 70AB? Well, to get from 7 to 70, I'd have had to multiply by 10. And to get from AB to ABC, I'd have to multiply by C. So if I'm right, that is 10C. Okay, can you try the next ones for me? So please pause right now. Okay, we've got we've got to make 60FGH. I've got 3F and I've got 5H. So 3 5s are 15. Okay, and so I've got to get up to 60. So that's going to be multiplied by 4. And the missing letter is G. Good job. This one, there's no number missing. So because 3 makes 3. We've got ABC, and so I'm just multiplying by a single D. You could write that as 1D, but you don't, if you're getting used to it now, you don't actually need to have the number 1 ever, all right? Unless it's, sorry, let's clarify that. You don't need the number 1 if it's attached to a variable. Okay, to get from 5g to 20g, we're just going to multiply by 4. If we've got 5mn times something times 4 equals 20mnp, we've got the 20, I've got the m and the n, but I need the p. If I've got 5f times 2g makes 40fgh, what am I missing? I'm missing an h, and I'm also missing a 4. To get 1, 3, 2's a 6. To get 24, I'm missing a 4. And I've got W, V, Y, and Z, so it's just the number 4. And 4BC times 2AD, 4 2's are 8, so I'm missing times 10. And I've got A, B, C, D, so I'm missing E, so I think it'll be 10E. Good job. Now, dividing algebraic terms, very similar, but we're going to chop them off the bottom and the top. So if we've got matching things on the top and the bottom of a fraction, we can reduce it down. Okay, so 8a over 4 can also be written as 8a over 4. Okay, now the a has to stay. There's nothing on the bottom to cancel that out, but 8 can be cancelled out by 4 and just becomes the number 2. So you're left with 2a. Okay, let's just show this. So the 8 and the 4 would cancel out and become the number 2. Slightly harder, I'm going to write it the other way around as well. I'll just go to a darker pen. So this would be 10ab over 2a. Now, if you have a look here, there are a's on the top and the bottom, so get rid of those. And 10 over 2 reduces down to the number 5. Now, notice there's a b left over, so the answer will be 5b. And then we've got 20pq divided by pq. If you have a look here, can you see these cancel out with each other? So you're just left with the number 20.